Welcome to another Quantum Conversation, brought to you by AcousticHealth.com. I'm Loren Gailey, and I invite you to sit back as we enter the quantum realm, that space of the greater part of you. It is your connection to infinite possibilities, infinite potential, and infinite mastery. And welcome, everyone, as we are talking about infinite mastery. Today, we are talking about how to live as an ascended master. And my guest today is here with us. He helps people experience more joy, more love, and raise their vibration. He truly is in a fifth dimensional space. And recently, he has created and channeled 78 new modalities of healing on the planet. That is a miracle. And we are here with Macaya Miracle. Macaya, welcome.
I'm super excited to be here to play today.
Oh my goodness, we are happy to have you here. It's so good to see you. Here we are on this very special day. It is a balancing day. It is the Equinox 922-2022. Just those numbers themselves. It seems as if it's a mastery of the 222 codes. How are things rolling with you today in this balancing day?
Well, Lauren, you and I were talking just before the show about how things have been kind of chaotic the last few months. And what I've noticed is that all this chaos that we've been experiencing during the summer kind of started to slow down a little bit in August. And right now, even though we're in the middle of Mercury retrograde, it seems like we kind of hit that bottom of the valley, and now we're getting that boost back out into, being able to have a lot more ease with our purpose, whatever it is that brings us joy in our life that we can express with the world.
Yeah, that feels good. Feels really good. And I didn't even realize it was a Mercury retrograde. It certainly doesn't feel like a Mercury retrograde. It felt like other months this year in that chaotic part that you were mentioning. That felt like a Mercury retrograde. So it would be interesting to hear from those who are in our Zoom audience how you've been feeling about this year. Again, it is a 222 year, and it feels like a mastery year of transformation. And so as we talk about a mastery year of transformation, we're here to talk about how to live as an ascended master. And it feels, since we're on this subject, it feels that this year has really been I don't want to use the word a test, but it almost has been a tester. Can we be in those higher vibrations in the face of everything? Can we truly trust in the face of everything? Trust that all is well when things seem to shift and change, or when we go through seemingly chaotic energies. Your thoughts on that?
Ha! I love that. What the world has been showing us, especially over the last few years, is that we don't have any other choice but to trust that everything is going to work out. Because there's been so much upheaval, so much change, so much breaking down of all these patterns that we thought were normal as life and how we live life. There's been a lot of separation and division between people. But really all that is just this story that's being played out on a lower level here on the earth plane. When we can rise above that to our 5D ascended nature and see from a higher perspective, none of that actually really matters. We can see that it's all okay. It's just a part of what needs to happen to slingshot all of us into the next level, to waken everybody, including ourselves, to show us all the places where we're not willing to be neutral, or we're not willing to be in love, where we're not, as you just said, willing to trust and know that everything is going to work out to bring us to our end goal, which is merging back with the infinite.
Beautiful. Yeah. I love it. You mentioned neutrality, and that really is a key. That really is an important phase or an important step of living as a master, would you say? What are more steps for living as that master, as ascended master?
Well, that is the number one step, is coming to neutrality, because infinite consciousness doesn't judge anything. It doesn't have any thoughts. It's just, it is neutrality. Neutrality is your natural state. And if you can be in neutrality in the face of everything, then you can function completely from your infinite awareness and choose the things that are in alignment with you, the earth, and infinite source. So neutrality is the first step. Beyond that, what we can do as a doing to move us towards ascension is to move out of the human ways of being, which are thoughts, feelings, emotions, and not receiving. This is the human level of being, the 3D level of being. And when we thoughts, doing, emotions, and not receiving, when we move to the ascended level of being, that is knowing instead of thinking, being instead of doing, perceiving instead of identifying with feelings and emotions, and then infinite receiving instead of not receiving. So again, the ascended way of being is knowing, being, perceiving, and infinite receiving.
Perfect. We can feel that. We truly can. It's really interesting how we're just wired to go from our 3D experience. We're just wired to go to. I guess lately, I've just been seeing myself how fear, and this is a mastery level, which comes in, how easy we can go to fear and follow the fear. And maybe in the past it was normal to do that for most of us in that level. But when we have an awareness of that, then we can start to catch ourselves going into fear. So that's a good indicator that we're making progress. And then coming into a knowingness and letting that knowingness override all fear. Do you have any technique or techniques or processes that allow you to just move out fear? Do you still have fears that come up that you catch yourself on and you have to maintain your neutrality or maintain a frequency that just overrides that fear?
Definitely. It is a practice. And the awesome thing about practicing anything, just like practicing an instrument, the more you do it, the better you get at it. I do have a tool to help get out of fear and thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Would this be a good time to share that?
Okay. Yeah.
Wonderful. So one of the systems I channeled with a friend of mine named Vandana Ora, who I know has been on this show a number of times. We channel a system of healing called accelerated light healing. And in accelerated light healing, we have what we call the intuitive counseling tools. And one of those tools is a clearing tool to clear out limiting beliefs and heavy, dense, but painful emotions like that. And this tool is called RICH, R-I-C-H, stands for release, integrate, clear, and harmonize. So what we're doing with this tool is we're releasing and clearing all the heavy, dense, stuck energies of thoughts, feelings, emotions, lies, stories, limitations, judgments, and conclusions. Releasing and clearing them from your physical body, releasing and clearing them from your energy bodies. So they're no longer with you, they're gone. Then the I enrich stands for integrate. So integrating any parts and pieces of you that either flew away, that you lost, that you denied or pushed away in any lifetime or reality, including this one. We're bringing those soul parts back, integrating them into you now so you have access to more of you. Shamans call this soul retrieval, and we do have longer soul retrieval processes in accelerated light healing, but this is a really quick way to bring those soul parts back, integrate into you so you have more access to your infinite self and your personal power. The other part of the integrate function is integrating the awarenesses you're unwilling to be aware of whenever you experience trauma this lifetime or any other lifetime reality, because you are an infinite being. And as an infinite being, you're infinitely aware of everything past, present, and future. Except if you're willing to be that aware, you would never step into a traumatic situation knowingly. You never get in your car and drive to the grocery store if you knew you were going to get in a car accident. But why does this happen? Well, it's these places that we're unwilling to be aware that allow us to step into uncomfortable situations. And infinite consciousness is infinitely expanding. And you as a being are infinitely expanding because you are an infinite being. That's your nature. And what happens for you is you're infinitely expanding, infinitely expanding, infinitely expanding, infinitely expanding, and then boom, you come up against the wall. And this wall shows up in your life as resistance, uncomfortable situations. But infinite consciousness is still infinitely expanding, infinitely expanding, infinitely expanding. And it's trying to pull you through this wall, trying to show you that this wall is just an illusion that you created. And so what it's going to do is it's going to get your attention on whatever it is that you need to release to let this wall dissipate in the easiest way possible for you to get. So the first time it's going to be like a little feather light touch on the face. Like, hey, you should get this. And if you don't get it, it's going to be like a tap on the face. Hey, you should get this. And if you don't get it, it's going to be a slap in the face. Hey, you should get this. And if you don't get it, it's going to be like punch in the face. Hey, you should get this. And it's going to keep getting more and more and more and more and more and more intense until you get it. So the integrate function enrich integrates those awarenesses you are unwilling to be aware of whenever you experience trauma this lifetime or another lifetime reality, so you don't have to keep repeating the patterns of your life over and over and over and over again to get them. You just instantly get them. And the H enrich stands for harmonize. So we're harmonizing all the energetic bodies and the physical body to vibrate at that new higher level instantly and effortlessly. And why that's important is when I started out with energy healing 17, 18 years ago, I started out with Reiki. And my teacher was like, you are going to get a healing. You are going to feel amazing. You're going to bliss out. And then you're probably going to get sick for 3 days. Well, your physical body catches up to your new spiritual vibration. I was like, I don't want to get sick. Why would I want to go get healing if I'm just going to get sick afterwards? But those were the quickest tools we had at the time back then. Now where we're at in consciousness, we can quantumly jump the physical body up to your new spiritual vibration instantly, so you don't have to get sick or have a healing crisis after you receive healing. So that's the rich tool. It's for clearing, RICH, release, integrate, clear, and harmonize. You don't have to remember any of that for it to work. Just remember rich is for clearing. It will do the job.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. One more time. Go over the acronym.
Rich, RICH, release, integrate, clear, and harmonize. And Loren, you were asking, how do we clear out fears? Well, it's very simple with the rich tool, because all we have to do with the rich tool is address the energy of what we want to clear out and then clear it out with rich. So when we're experiencing a state of fear, we can address it directly, like, everywhere I'm afraid blank is going to happen, rich. Or if you can't even identify what's going on because you're just in the depths of it, you can just say, everywhere I'm freaking out right now, rich.
Rich. Rich, rich. I love that. And so we just call it into action, and it, on a quantum level, takes care of it in an instant. Yes.
Yeah.
There's no need to really go too deep into it, but just really focus on that. That's a powerful tool.
And the amazing thing about it is um, it clears, you said quantum with that. It clears from a quantum level, it clears through the timeline. So it literally erases that trauma from the timeline. If you think about, if you time traveled back, let's say you're here right now and you have a house and a front yard, and in that front yard, you have a 200-year-old oak tree hanging out. If you traveled back in time 200 years and took the acorn out of the ground when it was planted, and you traveled back to now, would you still have an oak tree in your front yard? There'd be no oak tree because it was never planted. And when we rich things out, it clears it from the entire timeline. So your body can experience very fast and a lot of times even instant transformation.
Mm. Wow. I love that. We're going to be using that. That's a powerful tool for everyone to use. Okay. Yeah. We were chatting in the beginning as well, and you mentioned that there's new energies. Can you share with us some of those? And you've actually channeled a lot of healing modalities. What's going on? What's the latest with you?
Let me give you a little bit of history about what I've experienced in my spiritual journey to put this into context.
Okay.
Back in 2007, there was a huge energetic opening, and I was going through my second major spiritual awakening, where I was channeling and doing yoga and doing energy healing 12 hours a day. And my healing team, my spirit guides, angels, archangels, ascended masters, and the star seeds, they just kept coming to me every few days. They're like, here, we have this healing energy we want you to bring to the planet. Do you want it? Like, yes, great. So they download this new healing energy into me, and then I would do automatic writing. They would take my hand and write out a manual for the energy healing system. And this would happen sometimes multiple times a week. It went on for about a year. And all these new systems of healing came onto the planet just because that's what I needed to help contribute to raising the vibration of the planet at that time. After about a year or two, that kind of waned, and they came maybe once a year, and it was fine because I had so many modalities of healing. But now over the last year, they've just been coming back, and every month or two, giving me something new. So what I'm using right now, and by the way, I'm running healing energies on everybody watching this right now behind everything that we say. So no matter what we're talking about, we're creating a lot of change. I'm using the accelerated light healing energies. I'm using the archangelic healing energies, the Archangel Michael healing energies, the 5D diamond light energies, which just came through last month, which are probably the highest vibrational energies that I have access to as of now. And the last one I'm using right now is the light of the blue star Kachina healing energies. All of those, which are energies that I've channeled.
Okay.
And in the special offer, I'm using those energies in most of the videos.
Beautiful. We'll be talking about that. That is a whole collection of really deep ways that people can work with you and these energies. So we will talk more about that later. The 5D diamond light energies. Wow, you have to tell us more about those. What were you doing? Did that come in meditation or from your guides? And what is that, if you could explain?
I woke up one morning, this must have been 2 or 3 months ago, and my guides were just around me, and they were channeling this light, and I just kind of looked up and asked, "What is this?" They're like, the 5D diamond light. Like, that's cool. I want it. So they gave it to me, and how I see it is, there's a shape of crystal called a double terminated crystal, and what it is it's a like a rod, and at the top of the rod it's pointed, and at the bottom of the rod it's pointed, and in the middle it's a 6-sided hexagon. And that's how a diamond appears in 5D. On a 3D level, a diamond is just 4-sided object, but in 5D a diamond appears as a double terminated crystal, a hexagonal column, and then 2 points. And so when we run this energy, it literally looks like that coming through, probably the color of selenite crystal, which is just shimmery white light. And what I've noticed is it's created a lot more flow in my body and the physical bodies of the people that I work with. So the body is just working at a new, higher optimal level.
I know we're going to experience an activation from you. Those are always really wonderful. How would one work with the 5D diamond light energy? Would we just invoke it and call it in?
Well, it's actually a system of healing that you would take a class in and receive an attunement to the energies.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So we'll talk more about that. Is there anything you'd like to say more about living as an ascended master? Is it as simple as being the joy and being in neutrality, or is there more to it? Is there more? I mean, it seems so simple, right? It seems so simple to be neutral in the face of everything. Is it that simple?
It's that simple when you get there.
It's not so easy to get there. The mind, right? We got to get yeah.
And that's why we have the rich tools to help make that process easier, because your natural state is infinite bliss, infinite joy, infinite peace, infinite calm, and on top of all of that, infinite love.
Mm-hmm.
Those are your natural states of being as an infinite being. So anytime you're having an experience that is less than blissful, it is there to show you that somewhere you are out of alignment with infinite source. And how we get back in alignment with infinite source is becoming aware of the thoughts or feelings or emotions that are keeping us in that dense reality, that aren't allowing us to experience infinite bliss in that moment. Clear them out with the rich tool, come back to neutrality, and then choose what works for us based on our infinite awareness from that point. Because your infinite awareness shows you the future. You don't have to be clairvoyant to see the future, although you can. Your body always knows what is coming in the future. Your body's your biggest awareness tool. Whenever you consider something in the future, consider going somewhere, consider doing something, consider saying something, you consider that with your consciousness, your body will show you how it will feel in the future if you choose that. So if you consider going somewhere, taking a class, buying something, spending time with somebody, and it makes you feel totally light and expansive and blissful, then that's what it's going to create more for you in the future. If it makes you feel heavy, tight, and contracted, that's what it's going to create more of in the future. So you can, the more and more you can become aware of that, you can guide yourself through the paths of life, choosing what's going to help you stay on that infinitely expanding path of infinite bliss. what takes us out of that is our non-neutrality. When you find yourself in reaction, triggered state, a judgment, you're not in your infinite awareness anymore. You're back in your mind, and you're back, your awareness is actually transported back in time to whenever the trauma that is creating that emotional trigger. That's where your mind, your awareness is. It's not in the present moment. It's not seeing clearly what's happening. It's not being infinitely aware of past, present, and future. And so when we can release those traumas, emotional triggers, then we can come back to our infinite awareness. And that's why we have the rich tool. So anytime you're experiencing anything less than bliss, use the rich tool. I used to rich myself 200 to 300 times a day, because anytime I would have a thought, anytime I had a feeling, anytime I would have emotion, just rich it, because I didn't want to be held back by that. I didn't want to have all this chatter going on in my mind. I didn't want to have all these old traumas holding me back from experiencing the bliss that I knew that was possible. So I'm walking down the street, I see a person over there. That person looks weird. Okay. Everywhere I think that person looks weird, rich. Okay. Walking down the street, I see an advertisement on a bus that makes me angry. Okay. Everywhere that makes me angry right now, rich. And just keep doing that over and over and over again until I got to the place where I rarely have thoughts anymore.
I was going to ask you, so you are essentially living as an ascended master, would you say? Would you agree if you're able to do this? Yes.
Where humanity's at right now is we have the potential to exist in fifth dimensional states for extended periods of time. And until you fully clear out all your mental and emotional density, you will kind of spend a lot of time in 5D and find yourself coming back into 3D and then clearing it out, coming back into 5D. And that's just the process there to show you where you're not, again, in alignment with infinite source. So anytime you've experienced a moment, pure and total presence, perfectly in the now moment, you're in 5D.
I'd say that we're feeling this now. And it's not in the head. It's not in the head. I would say the minute we take a look at the newspaper, it drags us right back into our head.
But that's the awesome thing, because that's what it's designed to do. And if one of the amazing exercises you can do is you can read the newspaper, you can watch the news, and rich everything that comes up for you. Every time you get triggered, okay, everywhere that makes me angry right now, rich, until you become neutral about it all.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Okay. This is a great, we have an audience with us on Zoom, and it would be wonderful if someone has an issue for you to help with. I've got one. And, I tend to think, okay, I get this, I get this, and we practice it. And you're actually helping me right now, but on one of my most favorite hikes in Boulder, Colorado, I choose this hike because we're nestled in the trees. And my husband's always like, don't you want to go somewhere else? There's so many hikes. And I'm like, no, because this is my hike with the trees. And I haven't been there for a while. I've been away. And when I went and visited, they have cut down thousands of trees. They've cleared, thinned out for fire mitigation. So this struck a deep chord within me. I suppose I was a tree, and I know every tree, I know every tree. And it felt like a war zone to me. So this is a time for rich. And how, I mean, just to say rich. And so part of me wants to say that, at what point do we use rich to clear ourselves out and take emboldened action, inspired action to, now I'm ready to write a letter to the editor. You know, okay, so on the other hand, here you've got global warming situation coming about. Fracking stations are coming up and up and up. Okay, here, I'm in my head, right? You can see it, I'm in my head.
Yeah.
I'm judging it all. But when it hurts so heavy because it's our nature, it's nature around us, it's our world, and it's what gives us peace and joy. So what would you say would be helpful in this situation? Rich.
Let's start with that. Would you like to let all of that go?
Yes.
Everything all that is, and everywhere you're unwilling to letting all that go, and everywhere you locked in all that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. Reality reset. And before I answer your question, I just want to share with you and everybody here that when we run a rich clearing on one person, it runs on everybody that can hear it. It runs on your entire ancestral lineage, all the way back to your first family, all your past lives, which inherently affects your future lives, and everybody you're connected with on this planet, friends, family, lovers, people you see once in a while, like cashiers at the grocery store, coworkers. So a lot of changes happening from any clearing that we do here. There's a difference between emotional reaction as a trigger based out of trauma, which is what we just cleared. But there's another function of emotions, which is awareness. And that's an awareness that something is out of alignment with infinite source. And for you, going back, seeing this area, there's probably a combination of both, a little bit of anger, like, that
I
is
would have
rooted
changed
in trauma.
myself to a tree. I would have been there chaining myself to a tree.
Right on.
I would have.
But there's this other part of you that has the awareness, like, hey, this isn't contributing to the health of the planet, the health of everybody on the planet, the beauty of the planet, for that matter. And that type of emotional awareness is there for you to take inspired action. It's saying, this is not in alignment with what feels correct for me. What can I do to help bring that back into alignment?
And I feel it. Okay, thank you. You've helped. I feel it. It's starting a conversation from a higher place. And I guess regardless of those who hear it or not, it's actually, it'll speak to hearts rather than minds.
And you can only do that from a place of neutrality. You can't reach anybody from a place of trauma-based anger, because they'll just put their defenses up and block everything you say out. But when you can come back to that place of neutrality and vibrating from a state of infinite love, it's really hard to resist infinite love.
Very helpful. Thank you. So we're going to get into an activation with you here in just a moment. I want to invite our Zoom audience. There's some questions coming in over the Q&A. But if you in our Zoom audience has an issue that you would like Macaya to assist you with, you can raise your hand and we will get to you when we have time for some callers. It's always a beautiful way to interact with Macaya today. Okay. So I want to back up and as you were talking about a healing crisis that comes up, is there a way, this is coming in from our audience, is there a way that we can help others with their healing crisis? Get over a healing crisis? How do we get someone through a healing crisis?
Well, I guess we can share a little advanced process here. This is something we teach in Accelerated Light Healing certification classes in our intuitive counseling module. And when we use the Rich tool, we can use it just like we've been using it today. And in fact, let me share a couple ways that you can use it for yourself before I share this advanced tool. You can say, everything I've decided about blank, Rich. Or everything that allows me to be affected by blank, Rich. Or again, if you can't even really identify what's going on in that moment, but you know it's not blissful, you just say, everything that's coming up for me right now, Rich. And really, the words you put before the Rich don't actually matter. It's just you're addressing the energy of whatever it is that you want to clear out, and then adding Rich to the end of it. So let it go. So that's how we can clear things that are coming up. When we're looking at working with something on a physical level, the physical body is patterned based on the energy field, your energy field. And your energy field is patterned based on your mental and emotional bodies. So when you have density in your mental and emotional bodies, either a limiting belief or a stuck, heavy, dense, painful emotion, usually the combination of the both, that steps down in the physical body, it steps down into the energy body as an energetic blockage. And when there's a blockage in the energy body, that steps down into the physical body as a physical blockage. It shows up as tension and constriction, which either misaligns your body or it doesn't allow for the flow of all the fluids, your blood, your lymphatic system, to flush everything out. So it creates the breeding ground for disease and illness or pain. So when somebody's going through something physical, what we have to, one of the most effective ways to move through that is to identify the trapped emotion that is being locked in the body at that place. So, Loren, just because you're here for right now, close your eyes for a moment, scan your body and look for a place of tension. And when you find it, tell me where it is.
It's in my solar plexus.
Okay. And so just tune into that tension or pain in your body. And what color is it?
Grayish.
Okay. What I want you to do is turn up the intensity of that gray color just a little bit. Ah. Now, what's the emotional quality of that color?
Frustration and a little anger.
All right. And when's the first time you remember feeling like that?
Wow. Okay, well, I'm tuning into the experience with the trees being chopped down in my
Hmm.
forest. Oh, and I remember being that it goes all the way back. Actually, oh my goodness, it goes way back to Lemuria, the fall. And because and in this lifetime, it was when I was a little girl in my family. Yeah. Wow. It's all connected.
So would you like to let all that go?
Yes.
Everything, all that is, and everywhere you're unwilling to letting all that go, and everywhere you locked and all that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. Ah, what are you noticing?
It's dissolved. Okay. And to clarify for those who have made joined us late, it's release,
Mhm.
integrate, clear, and harmonize.
That's correct.
So without going too much into any of that, the word rich covers all of that on a quantum level. So rich. Okay. Okay. My mental mind comes in and says it's a cop out, but my heart knows that, again, it goes back to inspired action. Inspired action cannot come from having that trauma in the solar plexus. So it needs to go for the inspired action to come out. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Is it easier for you to take action if you have a backpack full of very heavy rocks on your back? Or is it easier if you throw that backpack to the ground for you to take action on anything?
Yes, and be centered. I can feel that backpack is gone and it's off and it's centered. There's a centered stance. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So to go over that process briefly, and for you watching this, uh, chat in and let us know what you felt, because even though we cleared a very specific issue for Loren here, anything that was vibrating at that level for you would have been cleared too. We're creating massive change here today.
And there's no words because we're not in the mind anymore with that. Yeah. Okay.
So the initial question was, how do we work with something physical or help people get over a healing crisis?
Mm-hmm.
And so the process that I just walked Loren through was tuning into the tension in the body. Where is it? Where do you feel it in the body? Then identifying what color it is. Then turning up the intensity of that color just a little bit. You don't have to turn it up too much, make it super intense, just enough to feel it a little more. Because the next step is to ask, what is the emotional quality of that color? When you become aware of the emotional quality of that, you ask, when's the first time I remember feeling like that? And you may get lots of images. Loren went through different parts of her life and even into past lives. It's all good. Just go back to the first time. You don't most of the time need to go back to the past lives, but if that's where you're taken, that is definitely a great place to go. But earlier in your life is just fine. And once you become aware of the first time that you felt like that, you just rich it. Everything that is rich. And that may completely take care of the physical issue in that spot. You may notice that it moves, or you may notice that it changes sensation a little bit. And so if that happens, if it's in the same spot, you tune into it, find the color, find the emotional quality, first time you remembered it, feeling like that, clear it out again. If it moved to a different spot in the body, you just do the process for that until you come back to a place of the centeredness.
Beautiful. Beautiful. A simple tool, but very powerful. Very, very powerful. And it's how we make our way to New Earth, which New Earth is within us. And we can't carry this baggage or this trauma from the cellular level with us into this new fifth dimensional energy. It just doesn't fit. It's not part of the 5D. Okay. So perhaps let's go to a Zoom user right now. And Zoom user, you are unmuted. You can ask your question and then we'll do the activation. Okay. Hi, Zoom user. What's your name, please?
My name is Dale.
Hi, Dale.
Hi,
Dale?
Dale.
Yeah, Dale. Dale Peace is my name.
Ah, Dale Peace. Hi, Dale.
Yeah. Hi. Well, I'm just kind of integrating in the energies right now, so I'm a little caught off guard. But I did want to speak about my question is I'm having challenges about like transmuting my body to fit the frequency. And that is where I'm at. And can you speak like on your diet and like your food choices, your water choices and things like that? Just because I'm building a modality to kind of help me bridge that. And I know it's important. So like, what's your diet like?
Well, let me start by saying amazing that you're having these awarenesses that you need to make a change to help your body, to support your body in making the shift up to the new 5D level.
Right.
That is definitely the first step. Yeah.
So like, what's your, like when you wake up in the morning, what do you eat for breakfast?
I will answer your question, but you're going to have to give me a minute here.
Yes,
I want to explain something.
Take your time, darling. Yes.
My Ascension Diet may be completely different from what your body needs, what Loren's body needs, and what everybody on this call and everybody in the world's body needs.
Yeah, correct.
Every body encoded in your DNA is the blueprint for ascension, is the blueprint of the momentum for ascension. And your body knows exactly what it needs and what it doesn't need to get there. So when you are looking at what to nurture your body with food and drink in a way that's going to support it in its ascension journey, it's more about asking your body what it wants. So if I were to cook a meal, I would go to my refrigerator and freezer and say, body, what would you like to eat? And what I like to do is I'll point at something. I'll say, body, do you want that? So I point at a red pepper. Body, do you want that? If it makes my body feel light and expansive, it's yes. So I grab that, put it on the counter. Then I point at the onions. Body, do you want some onions? And my body's like, expansive? Yes. So I put it over there. Body, do you want some bok choy? It makes me feel heavy, tight, and contracted in my stomach. So that's a no, because however it makes your body feel when you consider something is what it'll create more of if you choose that in the future. And so I will go through every single ingredient that I'm going to put into a meal, asking my body, do you want this? Now, the thing about that is it only works if you have no point of view about diet, about what you're supposed to eat for ascension, what you're not supposed to eat for ascension, what you're supposed to eat for health, what you're not supposed to eat for health. Because if you have any points of view, your mind is going to try to overshadow your body's awareness. I was vegan for 8 years. I was 100% raw vegan for a year and a half of that. And I was doing that because I thought that was the spiritual diet and the highest form of living, because that's what somebody told me. And I actually did a lot of damage to my body during that time. I lost so much weight. I had very little strength, very little energy. And it was all because of that. And then one day I was in a class, my teacher was like, hey, ask your body what it wants for dinner tonight before you go out for dinner. So I asked my body, what do you want to eat tonight? And I literally saw the word chicken written in my stomach. And
I love it. Yeah.
I was taken back. I was like, body, we haven't had that in 8 years. Are you sure? And it said chicken. I'm like, really? Are you sure? It's like, chicken.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're the boss, body. So I will eat whatever my body wants for breakfast. I have pizza sometimes for breakfast. I have burgers sometimes for breakfast. I like to eat honey, raw honey, because my body really likes that. I do my best to eat as organic as possible because I have the awareness that my body likes that. And
but it's like, I guess what I'm asking is, I mean, to be honest, is like, I'm going through the same thing. And it's like, my body sometimes is like, eat meat. And I'm like, but I'm not supposed to eat meat. That's against the rules. And they're like, no, it's not against the rules, Dale.
And so that's a great point. And what I would like to do for you and everybody here is, can we just clear out all your beliefs about diet and drink and all that, so you can be fully aware of what your body actually wants?
Right. Exactly. That is exactly it.
All right, let's do that. So everything you've decided about what's right to eat, what's wrong to eat, what you can eat, what you can't eat, what you should eat, what you shouldn't eat, what is spiritual to eat, what is not spiritual to eat, what you have to eat to ascend, what you can't eat to ascend, what you have to eat to stay present, what you can't eat to stay present, and what foods are high vibrational, what foods are low vibrational, what chemicals are high vibrational, what chemicals are low vibrational, and what foods will make you healthy and what foods will make you sick, and what foods will make you energized, and what foods will make you tired, sleepy, or not energized, what foods will make you inflamed, and what foods will not make you not inflamed, and what foods will heal you and what foods will not heal you or detract from your health. Everything, all that is, would you like to let all that go?
Yes, please.
Everything, all that is, and everywhere you're unwilling to letting all that go, and everywhere you locked in all that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich.
Rich.
Ah.
Thank you, brother.
Reality reset.
All right. Thank you, darling. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, Dale.
How empowering, right? How empowering. Our body knows, even if it's a Coca-Cola, right? It does know.
Right.
I know. Yeah. I'm in the tropics, and Fresca. My body says Fresca. So, okay. All right. Thank you, Dale. Thank you so much. Okay. Let's do one more. We got one more. Let's go to, I believe it's Frederick. You can unmute yourself, Frederick, and say hello. If you're ready, Frederick. Hi.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hi, Frederick.
I've got a doozy. I think it's a doozy.
Lay it on me.
I'm wearing a neck collar right now because I have a startle spasm reactivity, mostly to sudden loud noise. Can you hear me okay?
He's wearing a neck collar because he has a sensitivity to noise. Did I get that right?
Yes. It's a seizure disorder having to do with very severe trauma and terror and torture in my early life. I'm loaded for bear with PTSD. My body is telling me that it's somatizing the terror as a next battle.
Okay.
Fight, constant fight. So
I'll stop you right there, Frederick. So what I want you to do is, I want you to just tune into this terror that you have, the trauma, And where do you notice that in your body when you think about it?
In my chest and in my neck.
Okay. So just tune into that area, and what, with your eyes closed, what color is that?
Red and black.
Okay. So what I want you to do is turn that color up just a little bit, turn the intensity of it up. It's with your intention. And what's the emotional quality of that?
The emotional quality is horror.
Okay.
Is horror.
And when's the first time you remember feeling like that?
As a young child, being tortured with needles, being stuck with needles day and night, morning and evening.
All right. Would you like to let all that go?
You better believe it. It's wrecked my life to a high degree.
Okay. Everything, all that is, including all the blame that you have for other people or yourself around any and all that. And everywhere you're unwilling to let any all that go, and everywhere you locked any all that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. We're just going to add one more tool here to make this even more powerful. Reality reset. What reality reset does is it literally resets all your body and all of reality to stop creating itself from what you cleared and released with Rich. And start creating itself from everything you integrated and harmonized with Rich to change. Happens really fast. Take a deep breath in, Frederick. Hold it for a moment. What are you noticing?
I'm noticing some feeling of lightness.
Say that one more time.
I'm feeling some lightness, a slight release from fear.
Glorious.
I don't know how deep this fear goes. I might have to work more with you, but I was so terrified as a child it almost destroyed me. So thank you. Thank you for making a little bit of light here for me.
I'm glad I could contribute to your lightness, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you, Frederick.
Thank you, Vern.
You don't have to carry this anymore. Rich.
Praise God, praise God.
Yeah.
Feel into the release. Reach for that. Release. Beautiful.
I think I'll be releasing for a while on this one.
Just keep breathing with it, man. The energies will run as long as you need them to.
Thank you.
Frederick, please keep me posted on how you're doing.
Thank you, Laurie. What's the best way to do that?
You can email me, drop me a line. Okay.
Okay, will do. Thank you.
Thank you. I felt that release, and that's why I shared. So thank you for allowing me that moment. Okay. Macaya, thank you. I mean, we can feel the energies, and it's not in our head. It's by not being in our head. It's being in our heart space. And this is our mastery. And you're helping us remember this. And so when we say how to live as an ascended master, it really is remembering this connection, this alignment, this neutrality, this bliss. And so thank you for giving us tools to help us drop the baggage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is a wonderful time for an activation. to help us be in our 5D mastery. Thank you.
What I love to do is I love fifth dimensional ascension activations. I think they're one of the fastest ways, A, to just bliss out and feel good, but B, one of the fastest ways to help you energetically increase the momentum and speed and ease of your ascension journey. The ease is very important, because if I increase the momentum and speed of your ascension journey without increasing the ease, you might come up on some rocky roads through all that. But if we increase the ease, we're like, greasing the path, lubing up the wheels, then we can go continually faster and higher and higher and higher on your infinitely expanding path into infinite bliss, into infinite consciousness. So that's what we're going to do today. Excuse me. So for this activation, there's nothing you really have to do. I'm going to lead you through a short expansion, and then all you have to do after that is receive. So I invite you to just kind of lay back in your chair, close your eyes, take a couple deep breaths, let them out with sound, really sink into wherever you're at. Beautiful. What I'd like you to do now is just become aware of the energy that surrounds your body. Expand the energy out to the size of the room you're in. Expand the energy out to the size of the building you're in. Expand the energy out to the size of the city block you're on. Expand the energy out to the size of the city you're in. Expand that energy out to the size of the state or province you're in. Expand that energy out to the size of the country you're in. Expand that energy out to the size of the entire planet. Now expand the energy out to the size of the solar system. Expand the energy out to the size of the galaxy. Expand the energy out to the size of the universe. Expand the energy out to the size of the universe of universes. And expand energy all the way out to infinite consciousness. From here, continue deeply breathing. Energies are raising your vibration so you can receive the most out of this activation. Beautiful. What I'd like you to do now is see a door with the number 5 on it. Open the door and step into it. This is the fifth dimensional realm. Realm of infinite love, infinite now. Just breathe, experience that is. Let the energies of that realm fill up your entire body and being. And now notice as a 5D being of light comes towards you, each step it takes, you feel so much love, warmth, and light emanating from this being. It gets more intense with each step it takes towards you. This being welcomes you. And now this being leads you to a healing temple. Just walk with it. Let it bring you where it wants. And it brings you inside the healing temple. Beautiful, amazing colors inside this temple. And in the center of the temple is a healing table. It leads you to this healing table and invites you to lay down on it. And as you do, even more 5D beings of light, just glowing with warmth and radiance, come into the temple. They surround you. They ask you, would you like to receive an infusion of 5D ascension energies? If you would, say yes, I will receive this. Just receive. You notice in any places of tension in your body, just breathe into them. Allow the energies to move it out. Keep breathing, you're doing great. Mm. And now, if you'd like to ask these 5D beings of light a question about your evolution, your ascension, or your spiritual journey, or just anything you'd like to move forward in your life or body, you may ask them now. Receive the awarenesses in whatever way they come. Maybe words, could be pictures, symbols, colors. It may just be energy and a feeling. However it comes, just receive it. And know that you're getting all the information you need from it. Beautiful. Now, thank these master beings of light in whatever way feels good to you. And the 5D being of light that led you in now takes your hand, leads you off the healing table, leads you out of the temple, leads you back to the door with the number 5 on it. You may thank this being in whatever way you would like. And then I invite you to step out of the door with the number 5 on it. Close it behind you. Ah. And now I'm going to enhance your connection to infinite source and the earth. what I'd like you to do now is breathe energy from the earth up your feet, up your entire body, and out your head, all the way up to infinite source. Yeah. Now that like you breathe energy from infinite source into the top of your head, down your entire body, and out your feet into the earth. And now I'd like you to breathe energy from the earth up your feet, up your entire body, and out your head, all the way up to infinite source. Ah. You're ready, you can start to deepen the breaths. Ah. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Rotate your wrists and ankles. Press your body. Squeeze your body. Stretch out if you would like. Ah. And in your own time, you can come back to sitting and open your eyes.
Welcome to the fifth dimensional energies. Let's carry this in our world and bring solutions as well. Inspired action, bliss, joy, and peace. Thank you. Lovely. Welcome back, everyone. All right. Good comments coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amazing. The feeling that we expanded out into the oneness was very lovely and expansive. And that in itself is another great tool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We are excited for Macaya to be with New Earth One Network for a couple of webinars. Actually, there's a couple of things, and in our chat box, I'm going to be dropping a link, and here's that link. It is to a special offering that Macaya is giving all of us, and this is a great time now for those who want to work more with you, deeper with you in these energies, advancing themselves into ascension frequencies. You've got a couple of things. Share with us. First, you've got some mastery empowerment courses. And I love these because these are affordable ways for people to at least get a taste more of what we did today. Activate your 5D intuition. That is wonderful. And your 5D Ascended Mastery Initiation. Tell us about these, and then also a big package of videos. Thank you.
Well, the Master Empowerment course on Activate Your 5D Intuition is all about opening up your energetic senses to being able to perceive the energetic realm, the spiritual realm, perceive beyond what we see just with our physical eyes. So what you're going to do is you're going to learn about the 7 types of intuition. There are 7 types. And another word for intuition could be psychic abilities. It could be spiritual gifts. I usually like to call them energetic senses, your different energetic senses. So you're going to learn about the 7 types of intuition. You're going to clear your blocks to trust in your intuition. We're going to do an activation, kind of like what we did today, but it's going to be a lot longer, to activate all 7 types of intuition within you. You're going to activate your 3rd, 4th, and 5th eyes. Lots of people talk about the 3rd eye, but not too many people talk about your 4th and 5th eyes. So we'll go We'll go deep into that in this class. And you're also going to learn some exercises to strengthen your intuition and spiritual abilities. And we'll be doing a lot of clearings in that too, to clear your blocks to intuition, all the places you doubt your intuition, and clear where you don't trust your intuition. So it's going to be very fun. That's the first class. The second Mastery Empowerment course I'm offering is called your 5D Ascended Mastery Initiation. So what we did today was a 5D Ascension activation, and it was very powerful. And there's space to go a lot deeper. When we do an Ascended Mastery Initiation, it's really activating your energy channels, your body, and your entire way of life to be able to vibrate at the 5th dimensional level and beyond. And when you vibrate at a 5th dimensional level and beyond, you start to have more bliss, more joy, and more ease and more awareness in your life. So in this class, you're going to learn about the 5th dimension, which is the realm where the Ascended Masters live, realm of the infinite now, infinite love. You're going to clear your blocks to easily ascending. You're going to receive an Ascension activation that will allow you to start living in 5D and beyond. You're going to activate your Ascension energy channels. You're going to release stress and start to live a more peaceful, blissful, and joyful life. So those are the Mastery Empowerment classes. Also available today is a package of videos that I call Ascend into Infinite Consciousness. This is 18 video classes that I've done about Ascension. So I'm just going to go over the items briefly. I think they're pretty amazing. Item number 1 is learn to channel your infinite self. So you're going to learn to receive messages from your infinite self, which is just an amazing way to experience guidance in your life, to know where to be, what to say, what to do, what to create at any given moment to continue you on that path of infinite expansion into infinite bliss. You're going to actually learn a new method of channeling to channel your infinite self so you can receive clear and direct messages. And all these videos are at least 75 minutes long, usually right around that mark. Item number 2 is the infinite energy upgrade video. So you're going to activate your ability to easily be, receive, and channel infinite energy. So that will naturally increase your physical energy and allow you to become younger in your body. Item number 3 is activate your infinite spiritual gifts and abilities. So you're going to learn from your infinite self what your unique gifts and abilities are. You're going to become aware of your spiritual gifts. Receive an activation from your infinite self to activate and gain access to those gifts and abilities. You're going to easily increase your intuition. Item number 4 is the inner voice to infinite self guidance activation video. And I love this one because it permanently turns off that critical voice in your head. You know, that voice that tells you you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you shouldn't do that. Don't even try. We're going to permanently turn off that voice in your head. And you're going to learn to listen to a voice that loves you infinitely. And you also create new pathways that naturally allow your infinite self to be the voice that guides you. Item number 5 is the infinite self healing transmission video. So you're going to experience the healing directly from your infinite self, clear your blocks to ascension, accelerate your evolution, and step you into infinite love. Item number 6 is infinite self embodiment transcendence video. So in that accelerated light healing experience, you're going to learn what it takes to live as your infinite self. You'll receive an infinite self transcendence activation. which will allow you to merge and naturally become one with your infinite self. Item number 7 is learn to see energy and activate your third, fourth, and fifth eyes. So you're going to learn about and activate your third, fourth, and fifth eyes. You're going to activate your ability to see energy and learn to see the way the world infinite consciousness does. When you activate your fourth and fifth eyes, it allows you to see the world through the eyes of infinite consciousness, which inherently increases your compassion. Some people call these your Christ eyes. Item number 8 is learn to tell the future. So you're going to activate your intuitive abilities to know what to do, what to say, what to create, keep you on that ever expanding path into infinite bliss. You're going to learn to easily read the energy of dates to decide which date and month will be the best time to do something, to start something. You're going to be confident knowing what your decisions will create for you in the future. Item number 9 is learn to access your past lives. So you're going to learn to easily access, view, and heal your past life traumas, which allows you to heal and propel your current life forward very easily through the process of healing your past lives. You're also going to learn how to clear contracts and vows from your past lives that may be holding you back in this lifetime. Item 10 is learn to communicate with your spirit guide. So you're going to activate your angel chakra. And your angel chakra is another energetic center that, when it's activated, allows you a deeper and more clear connection to communication with spiritual beings, including your angels, spirit guides, archangels, ascended masters, your entire healing team. So you're going to learn to communicate and receive messages from your spirit guide. You're going to start to see more signs from your spirit guide in your life. And the processes that we refer to this for your spirit guide, again, you can use for any spiritual being, Pleiadians, starseeds, angels, archangels, ascended masters, all of them. You can communicate with this technique. Item number 11 is learn to access your future lives. So number 9 was learn to access your past lives. And item number 11, you'll learn to access your future lives. And why this is so powerful is you'll get to see what life will be like in the future. And when you do that, if you notice something is out of alignment or not how you would like it to be in the future, you can then see what you need to heal now in this lifetime to make the future even more amazing and easy for you. Item number 12 is learn to go on cosmic healing journeys. So when you do this, you learn to create your own activations. The activation I gave to you today is supported through a lot of healing energies that I am attuned to, that I'm sharing with you. And you have the ability to create and receive your own activations and healings. So when you do this, you're going to learn how to do that. You're also going to meet and receive guidance from your cosmic personal healing team. And you're going to learn how to access the realm of infinite consciousness to heal your life. Item number 13 is the crystalline Merkaba activation video. I love this one. It's super powerful. When you activate your Merkaba, it turns on the anti-aging systems in the body, helps you easily release old limiting emotions, and it increases the number and frequency of synchronicities in your life, which in turn increases the speed of your manifestation showing up for you. Item number 14 is the crystalline starlight activation video. So in this, you become in harmonic alignment with the universe. You learn to use the starlight energies for healing, attracting connection, and to easily fall asleep. So in this video, you actually become attuned to the starlight energies, which is a system of healing, that then you'll be able to activate those starlight healing energies whenever you want to use for healing on yourself, use for healing on others, to help increase your meditation, exercise, or even to help you fall asleep. And using those energies also opens you up to more receiving in your life. Item number 15, the crystalline DNA activation. This one, you activate the immortality codes in your body and your energy field. You increase your energy levels and help your body step into infinite health. Item number 16 is the crystalline cellular regeneration activation. So this starts the regeneration process to regenerate your body to its optimum function. Your body has the ability to regenerate itself faster than it degenerates itself. And when it does that, you can actually regenerate your body to its optimum functioning age, as long as you have the energetic support to do that. So this video, along with the Merkaba activation, really help with that. It also increases the flexibility and ease in your joints, and it helps your body look and feel younger. Item number 17 is the crystalline sound healing activation. So this one helps you align with the harmonics of ascended mastery, clears the blocks in your energy field in your physical body, and helps you embody a new level of spiritual light. It's a very powerful activation. I actually went to college for music first, and then I went back later for sound healing. I kind of add that with the energies that I'm attuned to in this video. And then item number 18, one of the most powerful activations in this package is the crystalline axiotonal meridian activation. The axiotonal meridians are a cosmic grid that connects all life. Just like you have acupuncture meridians in your body, all of the earth and all of everything in our universe, and really all of infinite consciousness, is connected by axiotonal energy meridians. And this activation reconnects you to the axiotonal meridian cosmic grid that connects all life. So it allows you to have more energy in your body, an energy field than you ever imagined possible. It raises your vibration so high instantaneously, and increases your ability to manifest. So you're going to get all of that. And then there's also a bonus PDF, the Rich and Race Tools Quick Start Manual. And so we use the Rich tool for clearing today. We also have a tool in Accelerated Light Healing called Race, which we use to create or manifest things in our life. So you're going to learn how to use these tools even more deeply in your life with this PDF. So those 18 videos and one PDF is over 24 hours of healing and clearing and activations. Normally that's $1,797 value. Today you can get that for just $127. And if you want these videos and mastery empowerment classes we talked about at the top, the 5D intuition, learn to access your spiritual gifts and abilities, and your 5D ascended mastery initiation, learn to live as an ascended master. If you want to put those together, you can get all of that together for just $197. And I believe there's a 2-payment plan available for those packages.
Thank you, Macaya. Those videos alone are so powerful and very, very helpful. And you're so generous with your offerings. Thank you. This is a large body of work with a lot of your tools that will be very helpful for people. So thank you. All right. Really, really cool. And folks who have worked with you in the past just love your work. And you're always really popular with it. And your vibration is in all of these videos and these teachings. So thank you. Again, the link is right here. It's in the Zoom chat box. And if wherever you're watching this video, you can click in the description box and find that special offer. Really, really good. And again, we thank you for your generosity on this and for your teachings and for your high vibrations. We are fully in 5D. I know you told us to close the door on the 5D, but that doesn't mean we need to leave 5D. We are there, and this is how we are creating new earth from within us, the vibration that is already within us, without all that baggage, without all that trauma. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I want to give you a moment to say any final thoughts as we wrap up our sacred circle. Thank you.
What I'd like you to remember is that infinite bliss is your natural state. And anytime you're not experiencing that, it's just a small misalignment that you need to take care of. You can reach it out, come back to infinite bliss. No matter what you're experiencing in your life, just know that we will make it back to oneness. That is our natural state. The journey may be hard sometimes, it may be easy sometimes. You can make it easier the more that you play with energy tools, the more you release your old emotions and thoughts, the more you allow yourself to be supported by your healing teams, your guides, your ascended masters, the angels, the archangels. And the more you clear out your limiting release and heavy, dense, stuck, painful emotions, the more you do that, the easier life can be. And life is supposed to be joyful and blissful and easy and fun and peaceful and calm and full of infinite love. Because again, those are your natural states. So I invite you to experience all of those on a daily basis. And thank you so much for playing with me today.
We are ready to go, and we are ready to be in that blissful space. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Macaya Miracle. And thank you all for being here. Your light is magnificent, and Gaia thanks you for your light that we are actually surrounding our planet with, and we felt that in the cosmos today. Thank you, everyone, for your love and your light. We love you. Macaya, we love you too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste. Bye. Thank you for listening to this quantum conversation, and thank you for dancing with us to the cosmic heart. As we raise our own vibration, we raise the vibration of the planet. This show is dedicated to you and all awakening hearts, as we are here to shine our bright light and amplify our love. Access all quantum conversations, special offers from our guests, and online healing retreats by visiting acoustichealth.com. I'm Loren Gailey, and from my sacred heart to yours, I honor your magnificent love and light. We leave you now with music from the universe. Music literally created by the universe, as musical notes were assigned to mathematical equations. The result is this beautiful music, available at acoustichealth.com. Namaste.